Inside the hut, Nebi packed a small calabash of rice, water, and a necklace from her mother. Her hands were shaking. Her body still burned with strange heat. She could feel something moving under her skin, like a quiet power waiting to come out. Sata stood beside her, dressed in a deep brown wrapper with golden patterns like snake scales. Her eyes were no longer soft, they were sharp, glowing, ready for war. "It's time," Sata said. "Will Morphotu stop us?" Nebi asked. Sata shook her head. She knows this is the only way. The Forbidden River is the last place even the gods fear to walk. If we reach it, we might survive. They stepped out into the dark. A farewell to Morphotu. Before they left, they passed quietly through the back of the village. Morphotu was waiting near the old silk cotton tree. Her bones were wrapped in white, her staff lit with palm oil fire. "I prayed for you both," Morphotu said. "Will we come back?" Nebi asked, voice shaking. Morphotu did not answer directly. She held out two charms, tiny black stones tied with red thread. "Wear these on your left wrist. They will hide you from the Whispering Mask for one night only. After that, he will find you." Sata bowed deeply. "Thank you, old mother." Morphotu looked into Sata's glowing eyes. "You are no longer a girl of this world. Be careful. If you become full serpent, your sister may not be able to follow you." The journey begins. They run through the forest like shadows. Past fallen trees, broken anthills, and bones of animals too old to name. They crossed rivers with no names, where the water whispered things that chilled Nebi's heart. At sunrise, they reached the edge of the Forbidden River. It was not like any other river. The water was black, not dirty, but pure black like night. There was no reflection. No sound of frogs or fish. The air was thick. The sky above was grey even though the sun was out. "This place is dead," Nebi said. "No," Sata replied. "This place is too alive." The voice in the water. As they approached the river, the surface moved. Not like waves. Like breath. Then, a voice. "You carry the blood of Njalu. And a heart still human. Why do you enter my waters?" Sata stepped forward. "We seek protection." The water rose slowly, taking the shape of a face, old, cracked like dry land, eyes blind and glowing. "Protection comes with pain. You must offer something in return." "What do you want?" Nebi asked. The face turned to her. "Your fear." Suddenly, dark vines burst from the ground and wrapped around Nebi's feet. Her vision blurred. She saw her deepest fear, Kamakwi burning, her mother crying out her name, and her own body turning fully into a snake, alone and lost. She screamed. Sata ran and caught the vines with her nails, which had turned into black serpent claws. The face in the river smiled. "You gave your fear. You may pass." The vines vanished. The face melted. And a path of stone rose above the black water, leading across the Forbidden River. But they were not alone. From the trees behind them came a soft drum sound. Very slow. Dum, dum, dum. Then footsteps. Then the whisper of feathers. The man with the whispering mask had arrived. He floated above the ground, his white cloth now stained with blood. His mask had grown longer, with a snake's tongue carved into its mouth. "You run well," he said softly. "But the game ends here." Sata turned and pushed Nebi behind her. "I will not let you touch her." The masked man tilted his head. "You are serpent. I am God. What can you do?" Sata dropped to the ground, and her body shifted. No longer human. Her full serpent form returned, taller, stronger, more powerful than ever before. Her scales were deep bronze, her tongue flickered like lightning, and her tail cracked the earth when it hit the ground. I am not just serpent, she hissed. I am twin-born. I am protector. The river spirit and the whispering mask charged at each other. The sky turned black. Wind tore the trees apart. The battle. Sata moved like a storm, biting, spinning, smashing. The whispering mask raised his hand and sent out waves of silence, so strong it crushed leaves, broke stones, and stopped hearts. Nebi held her head and screamed, her ears bleeding. She reached into her pocket and pulled out Morphotheus' charm, but it was glowing red. It was about to break. Suddenly, her veins burned brighter than ever. Something woke inside her. Nebi ran into the battle. She stood in front of Sata and the spirit, raised both hands, and screamed a word she didn't know how she knew. Zecora. A burst of golden light exploded from her chest. The whispering mask was thrown back. His feathers burned. His mask cracked. Sata looked at her sister with wide eyes. You use serpent language. Nebi's body was steaming, her arms covered in light patterns. I don't know how. It just came out, she gasped. The whispering mask lay broken. But not dead. I return. He whispered. You cannot run from the gods forever. And he vanished. The forbidden river goes silent. The stone sank. The black water went calm. Sata and Nebi collapsed together on the riverbank, breathing hard. The voice in the water spoke again. You crossed. You fought. You bled. Now you must choose, go deeper into the river world, or return to Kamakwi and face the next war. Sata looked at Nebi. Nebi looked at Sata. Their eyes were the same now, glowing golden with twin power. We choose to return, they said together. To be continued.